before, they are making live action Moana, and I was like, didn't Moana just come out like a couple of years ago?
It was in 2016.
Yeah, and The Rock is going to be involved in this. The Rock will be involved.
It's like, it's the same thing like making a biopic while the subject of it is still alive.
I can't
let it be like put to rest for a while. Let it have its own moment of like impact or relevance in the culture before you start siphoning more and more.
Or just make a sequel if they want to keep telling the Moana story.
Well, I'm sure they're doing that part too. They're doing the sequel and the live action adaptation and the prequel and the reboot and the spin-off of the side character. And they're just wondering, like, why is Disney Plus bleeding all of this money?
It's funny, too, because people used to, like, that used to be the dream of every geek out there, was like, I would love, like, here's this great side character. I would love to see a story about this great side character. Because
that's
back
what
then,
fan fiction is for, though.
Because back then, the side characters actually were interesting. Mm-hmm. Now, they're not really all that interesting. The only one
it's like, make a movie about Olaf from Frozen.
Yeah.
That'll go great.
And yes, Grant in the chat says, is Lin-Manuel Miranda doing the score? I think they actually said yes, he will be involved. Sorry. Lin-Manuel Miranda did an original song for The Little Mermaid. I apologize.
I think the reoccurring theme of the day is that there's a lack of original content being made.
No, here's the thing. I think there's plenty of original content. It's just that stuff never gets promoted in the same way that this stuff does. Like, all that stuff gets made. I'm actually kind of excited about Citadel. We'll talk about that a little bit more in the next segment. But there's stuff that I'm fairly excited or don't have a problem with. But I think also a lot of that money goes to crime documentaries, to true crime documentaries, and Dahmer. And
Dahmer is okay. It's getting a second season, but it's not Dahmer.
Dahmerer.
It's, remember how it was called, like, and then the third season is gonna be Dahmerest.
Dahmerest.
But wasn't it like Monster?
Yeah.
Colon Dahmer. The Dahmer story.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer colon. Like, it was just like
horribly
a mess.
named.
But it's like, it's titled that so that the next season can be made about a different person. So it's going to be John Wayne Gacy.
Okay.
Next.
Well, I mean, that's no different than like who they did the People versus O.J. Simpson, and Law and Order did their own true crime. That's just a big thing now that people want to see these stories.
Dahmer, the Dahmerer story.
Two Jeffrey, two Dahmer.
I do love crime documentaries and shows, though.
Well, you're a girl.
I liked the Dahmer series.
You're a girl.
I watched that in like 2 days.
Yeah.
I think women are predisposed to loving true crime, and then they go out to parking lots and like, don't look at me.
No, I'm learning what not to do.
And then guys, oh yes.
Well, it's about psychoanalysis. That's
That
why
too.
women like true crime, I think.
Which is why they then go out to parking lots, and men 30 feet away say, hello, miss, and they go, oh my God, get away from me.
I was still on the fence about that video. I don't think she should have made the video, and she was flip-flopping her story a lot.
Yeah.
But
the Twitter
But
viral video.
the essential point is that
play it safe when your kid's in the car.
play it safe.
I actually listened to a couple of explanations the other night that made me feel bad about like making fun of her. I'm like, yeah, I guess she's got her kid in the car, but at the same time, 30 feet is far away, and you could have said it once, and then that better not be.
But a gun is only 30 feet away that can kill you.
But the idea was also, and then also like, that better not have been the same parking lot. You better not have screamed that dude down and then sat in the same parking lot. And
no, she like
video.
went to the Dunkin' Donuts, the next shopping center down.
Can you imagine? He's like outside the car, like, "Are you all right? What's going on?"
She's like recording this TikTok.
Well, that's the thing, right? For like, to me, I feel bad for the guy who's like, if he doesn't have ill intention towards her, he just now people are walking by.
It's not
like,
even
what
about
is this
the
guy
intention
doing?
though, because it's like you need to understand what's socially appropriate. I was in my car one time in a parking space, like minding my business, and this guy like gestures for me to open my window or like knocks on it briefly or something.
Yeah.
And I like opened it like this much, like that crack. And I was like, what? And he was like, why are you being so rude? Immediately, he didn't even ask me like any normal
rude.
question.
You're
He was like, why are you being so rude? And I was like, because you're a random man that just walked up to my car, and I'm just willing to say those things, And he was like, I don't know why you got to be so rude though. And I was like, what did you want? What do you want? And he was like, well, I was just gonna ask what time it was. And I was like,
It'd be funnier if he asked you if
I
you had
don't
any
know.
coupon.
I was like,
People
I
in the
don't
chat will
know.
get it.
I don't know what time it is. Go away.
Somebody says Dom and Dahmer.
Dom and
God.
Dahmer.
No, there's definitely creeps out there, but I don't think that all men walking in a parking lot should be labeled as such.
No.
30 feet is just, and then to continue yelling at the guy, and the guy's just like, and then I'm just imagining the people walking by who now are looking at this guy as if he's some type of.
What if he was like, ma'am, your car's leaking a fluid?
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
people were not happy. So there were many tweets about this. This one says Moana came out like last week.
It literally did. Or my like sense of time passing is completely warped.
Why are you remaking something that's not even 10 years old? Like, you guys, like, literally, Trump was elected when this came out. Like, he's not even in jail yet, and you're already remaking Moana. It says, why, though? Isn't it too early? Moana hasn't even been around for 10 years yet.
The problem is, I mean, I don't care how long it's been. If something came out in the 50s and you're trying to adapt it now, I still think that's a cheap trick to bring in a new audience to something that's just not a high quality piece of entertainment. You're lazy.
Yeah.
It's a lazy move no matter how long it's been since the original came out.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
There have definitely been times, though, that I'm watching a movie, though, and thinking, man, with what they have to create film today, this would be awesome to make a remake.
See,
like, we were just watching Phantasm, which is one of my favorite old horror films, and I thought they should make that, but... like,
they'll focus too much on
new.
the effects and not enough on the story, though, when they remake it.
Well, the story's crap anyway. Like, I want the effects. I want better gore.
Sure, yeah.
Casper. I love the original Casper. That doesn't need to be remade.
But if the effects you're saying are inadequate and the story sucks, then why do you like it?
Oh, it's awesome. It's you just have to
It
watch it.
will not recapture the magic. In fact, if anything, the modernity of it all will end up
All right,
souring.
Dream
into it.
Crusher.
It's got
Brett.
the coolest villain ever.
Yeah.
And then the heroes like Ice Cream Man.
It's like watching Power Rangers and wanting the Zords to be better. I don't want the Zords to be better. I want it to look like action figures on a play set. I don't want it to be better. I want it to stay the way it is.
Yeah.
This person says it's pretty depressing that the animation is literally the reason Disney even exists, yet they contribute to its disrespect at every given opportunity. It is Bob Iger's like, I'm back in charge. It's time to just remake everything, and eventually we'll be left with nothing. They'll probably won't do Tarzan. They'll probably leave Tarzan alone. I think they will be.
Who would play him? Jason Momoa.
Maybe. I mean, that kind. Well, he
looks
he
it.
played Conan, right? Or did he already play Tarzan? Chat. Let me know. Did he play Tarzan in something already? I could be misremembering that. Somebody might know, but he's already played some.
The live
some
chat's
type of,
better than Google.
Yes,
sometimes.
they are. Look, in the other thing is like The Rock is in like maybe they want to get The Rock while he's still young enough to play the character from Moana again, because he's like
because if you don't get someone who is ethnically Samoan, they're going to find you and witch hunt you.
Yes.
With pitchforks and
well,
torches.
I mean, but he played the character in the animated
I know
version,
that,
too.
but it's like, once again, the lack of creativity is shocking. I mean, even if it's a voice actor, they'll have their pitchforks out if they're not Samoan. So, I don't know. I'm just tired of everyone being so easily
Somebody says
offended.
that's Aquaman, my guy. I'm obviously not talking about
What?
Aquaman. I'm
Not
obviously
the same role.
I'm not talking. He played Conan or something like that.
My
Now
guy.
I have to look it up.
Sounds like Surge.
That's like, is that Surge in the chat?
Surge, is that you?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look this up because I need to know.
Oh, there's some Phantasm fans in the chat too.
I bet.
There's a bunch of Phantasms.
Yeah.
They made like way too many sequels, but I'm talking like a new remade original Phantasm.
Are there any horror movies you're looking
He
forward to seeing
he
soon?
played Conan the Barbarian in 2011. I knew it was one of those.
I haven't been paying attention to what's coming out.
We were just mentioning that this preview we saw for Evil Dead, is it Evil Dead Rising?
Yeah.
Or is it Rises?
Rises.
We were talking about going to
Rises?
see that.
Yeah, it just seems corny to me though.
Well,
like
the original Evil Dead is my favorite. I didn't hate the remake, but I'm interested in seeing it. I think it'd be worth checking out.
Oh, they said gender swap Tarzan. Let's go. Maybe we can have a female Conan the Barbarian. Tarzina.
I remember
Tarzana.
I wanted to see
Tarzana, sorry.
Renfield too, but that's not a horror movie. That's just like, I don't know.
Are you
it's horror
excited for the new
comedy.
Evil Dead?
I don't know if I'm even gonna.
No, you want to see the Pope's.
Yeah, the Pope's Exorcist seems to take itself more seriously.
That, trailer as well. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of exorcism movies now.
Yeah, we were talking about this too. Like, why are people so obsessed with this genre specifically?
Yeah.
You think it's because it's agnostics who find the...
I don't know how to articulate it, but it's got something to do with the declining religiosity, I think, of our society.
Yeah.
Which you'd think would make them less interested in
less
making
curious
that type of movie,
things like
right?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like that's a very specific supernatural-esque subsect of religion, right? Like it's not like I'm saying, like the idea of exorcism, of exorcising the body of a demon is very, very different than just being interested in religion inherently.
In religion, like as a general
as a general
set
thing.
of
I think they're less interested in the religious aspect of it and more interested in the demon aspect of it. How the demon connects to the religion, they could take or leave. Like you could take that part out. You could take the religion part out of there and make it you could make it a demon of any religion, and I think it would still interest those same people the same.
Mm-hmm.
They're more interested in...
I don't see movies that focus on I don't know, like demons in an Islamic culture.
No, then they will never make that movie. They will never make that movie.
Yeah,
Hollywood is still paying back its debt for all of the terrorist movies they made after 9/11 for the next 20 years. Mm-hmm. So it's so funny going back and watching old Hollywood. Like everything post 9/11, just the rah. I love it. It's such propaganda. Like, and I don't buy any of it, but it was so. Bud Light knew where its bread was buttered then, I tell you.
Where its bread was buttered.
I tell you, they did. So.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.